So I'll say good morning, good afternoon, depending with where you are. Allow me to engage us on a very vital topic this particular day on what are some of the common visas for non-immigrants who want to come to the United States either to learn, to visit, to work. Now, normally, when non-immigrants want to come to the United States, there are a number of visas that are commonly used. And these several visas will then depend on the purpose of their visit. Maybe somebody is coming to study, there is a different visa. Maybe somebody is coming as a visitor or as a business person, there is a visa for that. So some of the commonly used visas for non-immigrants to visit the United States, the first one is B1 or B2, visitor visa. So B1 or B2 visitor visa, they are the visas that are used as for the purposes of coming in as a tourist or a business visa. So B1 is for the purposes of business. For individuals who wish to visit the United States temporarily for business purposes such as meetings, conferences or seminars, then they will be asked to come using a B1 visa. B2 visa, somebody is coming specifically for the purposes of coming in as a tourist. So if you want just to travel to the United States for tourism, vacation, medical treatment, or visiting a family or friends, then you must come with what you're calling what? A B2 visa. Now, there are scenarios whereby some people will tend to combine what you're calling B1, B2 combination. So many visitors apply for this combination visa if they have both businesses and tourism purposes of visiting the United States. Then you will be required to go for a combination of B1 and B2. Remember, we've said B1 is specifically a business visa and B2 is for tourism. But if you want to do both the two of them combined, then you have to go for a B1, B2 combination type of visa. F1, student visa. If you are an international student, maybe you're coming from African countries, the Arab United countries, then you want to come and study in the USA, whether it is you're coming from France, whether you're coming from UK, then you must get what you're calling what? F1 student visa. For individuals who want to come to the United States either to undertake their undergraduate degree, master's degree, or PhD degrees, or any type of learning, then we are saying you are supposed to be given F1 student visa. So the F1 visa allows students to stay in the United States while pursuing their education with limited permission to work under specific circumstances. For example, you are told maybe if you are a student and you're in a university, you can only work within the university setup, or either way for let's say maybe for a period of let's say 20 hours per week. Then we have J1 exchange visitor visa. For individuals participating in an exchange program, like let's say maybe you are a teacher, you want to do some scholars or some professor or research student, AU pairs and other participants in educational or cultural exchange program, then J1 exchange visa is the type of visa that you're supposed to go for. Either you're coming in as an international teacher, either you're coming in as an international professor, you want to teach at the university, you want to teach at a college, you want to teach at middle school, elementary school, secondary school, then J1 exchange visitor visa is the visa that you have to go for. H1B, specialty occupation visa. For individuals who have a job offer in the United States in a specialty occupation that typically requires bachelor's degree or higher, or its equivalent in a specific field of study, the visa that is commonly used for professionals in the fields of technology, medicine, engineering, and business is what you're calling what? H1B visa. Hope you got that correctly. Apart from that, we are saying that the next type of visa is what you're calling the L1 intra-company transfer visa. For employees of international companies who are being transferred to a US branch or a parent company, let's say for example you're working in Africa, but your headquarter company is located in the United States and therefore you have to transfer to the United States, then you must have what you're calling what? L1 intra-company transfer visa. We have what you're calling O1 visa, extraordinary ability. For example, you are an athlete in Kenya and then you decide to come and work in the United States, or maybe you're in the field of science, arts, education, business, athletics. The visa is for individuals who are internationally recognized as experts in their field. Then you'll be given O1 visa. And this O1 visa is for extraordinary ability. Maybe you are in the education sector, you've done very well and you are internationally recognized. Then you are given what you're calling what? O1 visa. K1, F&D visa. For foreign nationals who are engaged to a US citizen and wish to come to the United States to marry within 90 days of arrival, this visa allows the fiancé to enter the United States for marriage and then apply for adjustment of status to become a lawfully permanent resident, what you're calling what? A green card holder. So if you are also maybe from Africa, from Asia, and you are planning to get married to a United States citizen, then you are supposed to be given a K1, or what you're calling fiancé visa, to come and get married within 90 days before you can change your status to a permanent resident. E2, what is normally also called treaty investor visa. So you want to come to the United States as an investor. For individuals from countries that have a treaty of commerce with the United States, who are coming to invest in the United States, then the E2 visa allows individuals to live in the United States while managing or directing operations in their investment venture. For example, you want to set up a company in the United States with your own money, so you are an investor in the United States. Then we are saying they will give you what you're calling what? E2 treaty investor visa. M1 vocational student visa. For individuals who want to attend a US vocational school, that is an academic program such as technical courses or other specific career training, the M1 visa is for those not pursuing a traditional degree but instead focused on acquiring practical skill. Yeah, you want to come in for a practical skill, like let's say maybe it can be in cafeteria, in carpentry, in engineering, in mechanics, then you must be given what you're calling what? The M1 vocational student visa. P1 athlete or entertainer visa. For internationally recognized or entertainment groups, including musicians, performers, or entertainers who are coming to the US to participate in an event, competition, or performance, then you must be given what you're calling what? A P1 athlete or entertainer visa. You are a comedian from Africa, you are a comedian from Asia, then you are saying the type of visa that you must be given to come with to entertain people in the United States is that you're calling what? The P1 athlete or entertainer visa. Good. R1 religious worker visa. So for religious workers such as ministers or other individuals who perform religious duties coming to the United States temporarily to work for a recognized religious organization, then we are saying that you must be given what you're calling the R1 religious worker visa. C1/D1 transit and crew visa. So C1 transit for individuals passing through the United States to reach another country. For example, you are headed to Brazil, and that will simply mean that you must stop at JKIF, maybe for example in New York, before you can proceed to Brazil. So because it's a transition visa, then you must be given a transition visa to allow you to enter the United States international airports. Then you make that particular stopover before you can proceed to your next country. Then you must be given a C1 or a D1 transit and crew visa. We have D1 crew. For crew members working on ships or airlines that are operating in United States waters or airspace, then you must have what you're calling what? A D1. I hope you follow through. But while you go in the comment section, I will also have posted all these types of visas. So apart from watching, you will also be able to get all this particular information where? In the comment section. So remember to comment, like, share, and let us continue to teach each other, to educate each other, because remember, as we've always said, learning is a continuous process. So the choice of visa will depend on the individual's reason for coming to the United States and the requirements associated with their specific situation. So each visa has different eligibility criteria, application processes, and restrictions. So it is important for applicants to thoroughly review the specific requirements for the visa they are applying for before they apply for that particular visa and before they also come to the United States. Either way and all the same, I want to wish you all the very best in your process of looking for the visa. For us, we will always be here to guide you, to help you. And as we've always said, let us do this together. Thank you so much.